Oh yeah, it's Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy. It's a windy day, I'm doing the best I can. So, here's what we've got to talk about real quick. Someone left that comment about, I've never seen anybody, something like, that was 23 and had a full beard. So I made the follow-up and I said, you know, I had a full beard by this time I was 17. I could grow a beard before that, but like a full beard, I was 17. That's normal for me. But I want to attach that back to something I've touched on before in some other videos. You'll see it sprinkled out throughout my nearly 800 videos, most of which are on receding hairlines. But I've said before that I've got this theory that's been true in my own life, that if you're more likely to lose your hair, that you're also more likely to be able to grow a beard. And that's kind of like the trade-off that God gives you, basically. That, okay, yeah, you'll be losing your hair by the time you're 30, but man, as you're losing your hair, you're gonna look good with a beard, right? And then meanwhile, if you can't grow a beard, at least you get to keep most of your hair. Now, I can't prove this, but I can tell you that I spent 2 summers in Thailand teaching English, and also was in Korea as well, South Korea, obviously. And I can tell you that I didn't see a lot of male hair loss over there. It was pretty rare to see a man of nearly any age to be fully bald on top. I mean, you could be 60 years old and still have about as much hair as I do now if you were in Thailand. And that was normal over there. And that's back in college, you know, that's when I first started, you know, noticing my receding hairline. So I was already thinking of this, you know, story takes place back in, what, 2003. But I noticed it back then. I thought, I wonder if there's a connection there. That if you're more likely to be able to grow a beard, you're more likely to lose your hair, and vice versa. Because I also noticed, while I was in Asia, that as far as facial hair goes, I saw some mustaches, but they weren't that thick. That's about the extent of it. Very rarely did I see a man with a beard. It was very patchy at best. So then that's when I realized, okay, I think there really is a connection there. So I surprised whoever it was that said, you know, I haven't seen many people who are 23 with a full beard. Well, to me, it's normal. To me, I look around, I see many guys that are losing their hair to some degree, but they have no trouble growing a beard. So that's my theory. I know there's always exceptions to everything. And you know how I am I'm more general about stuff. I like to find rules and patterns, but my life experience has taught me so far in my life that if you're more likely to lose your hair, if you're losing your hair, probably a pretty good chance you have no trouble growing a beard. And the reverse would likely be true. If you are having trouble growing a beard, you probably aren't really struggling with hair loss. Again, always exceptions. That means that there are completely bald guys who can't grow a beard, and there's also guys with a full head of hair that are still very hairy. Again, always exceptions to the rule, but in general, that's what I have found. So it makes absolute sense that a guy like me that has some hair loss and receding hairline, some, not extreme, for a 35-year-old guy, that at the same time, I've never had trouble growing a beard. I mean, I shave only once a week, in part because of that. I know that I look good with a beard, but I don't like the upkeep of it, and my wife prefers I not grow a beard, so I just shave once a month, every Sunday. That's why, as long as I publish these videos as I shoot them, what that means is that you see me slowly grow a beard throughout the week, and then by Monday, I look like this. So, strike my theory. Try to find something wrong with it. In general, remember, I'm not saying always, I'm saying for the most part, men who are more likely to lose their hair and have thinning are going to be guys who don't have much trouble growing a beard. It's God's way of saying, you know what, I got you taken care of. Even if you lose your hair, at least you're going to have a good beard. And especially these days, it's pretty stylish and acceptable in our society to be bald as a man. Well, as long as you got a good beard, you're good to go, right? Okay, prove me wrong. Nick Shell, internet receding hairline guy.